they're putting dining in, so you can go to a game and sit down and
Sure.
eat while watching the game.
Yeah.
Yeah, which is something new.
Like I said, it's got that big game feel, and it's right in our own backyard, which is nice.
Oh, yeah. It's going to be interesting to see how the professional team works out, since they lost like the Wizards. Some of their key players are gone, so it's going to be another one of those years.
Yeah.
Of starting off again. So it's going to be interesting.
So
But
now, all right. So what else is going to have that big game feel too?
What's that?
It's going to be Griswold High School next year.
Yeah.
Especially with the first year out. They're going to, hopefully the multi-purpose field will be ready to go, by kickoff for the next year's football season for the Wolverines. Not just that, but youth football as well.
Yeah.
So Eastern Connecticut is starting to seem like slowly but surely kind of turn that corner a little bit. And I'm not talking like Southeastern Connecticut, like New London, Groton. I'm talking like Norwich and up.
Yeah, but we're not Northeastern Connecticut. We're still part of Southeastern Connecticut. We're not Northeastern. Wyndham County becomes Northeastern. Yeah.
Well, you see, we're right on the border. We border both New London and Wyndham County.
Yeah.
So
well, it'll be interesting to see what happens.
This area, it's starting to give it another 20 years. Yeah. I'll be paws up, but I mean,
me too.
Yeah. Well, you don't know, Paul. You might outlive the cockroaches, like my father. My father is going to outlive the cockroaches.
I'll be over 100, so I don't even know what the hell is going on. I'll be old and feeble. You
don't know that.
I don't even.
There may be an anti-aging pill that pops out. Next thing you know, Paul's 33 again.
Yeah.
Could be. Put on your leisure suit.
My leisure suit.
Gotta go down to the 70s cafe in Oregon.
Leisure suit.
Even ties.
Don't have. I used to have a leisure suit.
I know. We talked about that. But you imagine that though? Yeah. Would you do that again? Would you go back? Knowing what you know now, would you go back in the life that you've lived now? Yeah. Would you go back to the nights where you'd put on your leisure suit, you'd listen to the Bee Gees, baby, get in your car, go to the disco?
I don't know.
Because there was a period of time you were a single guy then.
No, I wasn't.
No. Okay. All right.
No.
Almost.
No.
All right.
No.
Just like to go out and boogie.
Yeah, I was still married at the time.
Did you you took dance lessons too? Did you know?
Yes, I did.
Okay. Was it disco dance lessons?
Yes, I did.
Okay. Now, where did you take those?
In Norwich on Franklin Street, there used to be a car dealership on Franklin Street. It was a Mercury dealer, and upstairs were dance lessons.
Really? Huh?
Yeah.
A funny thing is I can picture you taking dance lessons.
Dance lessons.
You're a pretty hip dude.
Did dance lessons.
Now, who did you go with? Was it your first wife or?
Yeah, first wife.
Okay.
Yeah.
Who was a better dancer, you or her?
I don't know.
You don't know?
I don't know.
Now, did you practice these? Did you use these dance moves at the clubs and stuff?
Oh, yeah.
So now
all the twisting and the turning and the spinning and all that other crap. Oh, absolutely.
So
we went down to Groton.
Okay.
In Groton on Route 12, there used to be a disco place there.
Rana Pippin's.
I don't know.
That's a strip club. Well, it was.
But it was like a pond, and they had the frogs around the pond.
It's Rana Pippin's.
Was that what it was?
Yeah, it turned into a strip club.
Oh, well, that's where we used to go. Yeah. Somebody's calling you.
Yeah. I have no idea.
Yeah.
Who it was. Spam calls at 8:53.
Yeah. Well, it's been a lot of them lately.
Yeah. Oh, I know. Tons of them.
Oh, put a pain.
I've had tons of people trying to, join the groups, from, I don't know. It's like it's an influx of people from Bangladesh all of a sudden.
Oh, well, maybe they all got new phones.
And I don't have a problem with that, but then again, why would I'm wondering why people from Bangladesh have an interest in SNSN sports?
Good question.
Don't know.
Yeah.
So, and they don't answer the questions, because they know there are trolls and spam bots. And
absolutely. Stuff. Yeah, even on the home phone, damn phone's been ringing. It rings like every other every other hour it's ringing.
I don't get as many
Oh
anymore.
my
I don't
God!
get-
And then of
I really
course,
don't.
all these spam emails about you just purchased $1,000 thing of this and that. Those are coming in.
Oh, speaking of which, remember last week I told you that I had this message
Yeah,
said that I owed Facebook like $140,
yeah.
in advertising. I'm like, haven't done any. And then I actually got somebody at Facebook. And and I heard back, and it's no, they weren't trying to bill me for anything. Another one that goes out is Amazon.
Yes.
We've locked your Amazon account.
Yes. That just happened to me this week.
Yeah, that's happened to me before as well.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
yeah,
Well, yeah. What people have to do is don't ever click on those links. You go to your own
yes,
login and check to see if you're locked.
yes.
That's the only way to do it. You never click on those links.
Because what they're hoping is that you click on their link and then it
put in
says
your
password, and now they got your password. So
exactly.
So
Yeah.
Scott says, "Not today, ISIS."
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, but there's been a lot of that lately.
Oh, I know.
Oh,
You're right.
gosh.
You're right.
Jesus, a lot of it.
I've seen a lot of it. I've had a lot come to me too.
Yeah.
And it's just BS, But I think what they do, I feel they try to prey off of people that don't know.
Yes.
The other thing I look at too is I look at the @address. The website address.
Yeah.
Whatever
And
it may
it's kinda
say,
whack.
Amazon dot blah blah. Then it's at TCBYAEIOU dot
Yeah,
XYZ.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a bunch of crap. Don't do that.
Crap. I mean, I usually, when I get an invoice like that, I'll save it for a couple of days just to
Yeah.
make sure that if I got to follow up with something. But yeah, I never click on those links.
No.
Never. Yeah. It's
But
not
a
like
lot of
Amazon.
people do, and then they become compromised because,
Oh,
and not
yeah.
because they're anything. They just
If
they're
they just see
naive.
it, they get
Yeah.
nervous.
Sure.
You get $1,000 bill from Amazon, you say, "What the hell is this? Ain't me."
Yeah.
And they click on it, figure it's real, and then bingo, you're done.
You know what else is growing too? Again, is the scam where people are calling mainly senior citizens and saying that they have so and so in custody,
Oh yeah,
and they need bail money,
yeah,
and you need to come down or whatever. We'll send somebody,
right,
to collect the bail money.
right.
And again, scam.
Scam.
So
Yeah, you're right.
and that's happened where an agent will show up of these people, collect the bail money, and they're gone.
Oh sure,
And there's no bail money, really.
Yeah.
They're just
I know.
screwing you out of cash.
Yep.
So
Yeah.
here, just a kind of sidebar here. I don't know if you knew this, but if people want to go ahead and watch the show, but they don't want to watch this or on social media,
Yeah.
they can go right to our website. It streams right on our website,
Well, okay.
which is snsnonline.com. And then you just click watch live and it'll
Oh,
take you to the
there
video
you go.
viewer, and then boom.
Oh, there you go.
I don't think you'd be able to comment through that way because I don't
Oh.
think there's a chat feature
Oh,
there. It just allows you to go ahead and
watch it.
watch. Yeah. So if you don't want to watch it on Facebook and if you don't want to watch it on YouTube, you can just go to snsnonline.com.
I
And
would
watch
think
it
that
there.
would be the last alternative.
Hmm?
I would think that would be the last alternative. I think most people would use Facebook or
You know what? I found out different.
really. No kidding.
Yep.
Wow. Well,
Yep.
I'm wrong.
Well, I don't know about most, but I mean, there are some that,
Watch it, huh?
huh?
There are some, huh?
Yeah. And that's good. And I appreciate that.
Yeah.
Here's another thing I want to ask is what kind of, we're coming into budget season.
Yep.
So I'm wondering what kind of topics people are interested in, going forward and, through the spring. I mean, there's a few things that are going on. There's the budget.
Yeah.
There's no businesses coming into town. That's always new.
That's We don't even know where the infrastructure is.
yeah.
Yeah.
Might as well use it for the school. That's what I'm thinking.
No, now I don't really give a crap.
But yeah. So there are infrastructure updates, or people, if you want to talk about that, and if you want to talk about stuff like that, we can go ahead and we can invite guests that are have the information and the
Sure.
knowledge to speak on it.
Yeah.
Instead of me just rambling like an idiot, which
Right.
is usually something that happens.
Yeah. I think it's too early for the budget yet. They're just going.
Is it
over.
ever too early?
Well, I think it's just still going through. They haven't finalized it yet.
Yeah.
So
Of
there's-
course not.
So they're still going through the, what they can leave in, what they're going to take out. I think
Yeah.
once the real budget gets in, then might be some time for some discussion on where things are.
Yeah.
I think that based on what happened with the field, there may be some kickback on the budgets this year.
all around the board, you mean?
Around everything. I mean, we don't know. I mean, people may go out and say they're against it. We don't know.
Well, if that is the case, then you would think there would be people that were pretty vigilant right now, in watching the budgets, especially the folks that were against the multi-field project.
I'm not saying it's the school, and it could be the entire
No.
budget.
But what I'm saying is that there are two budgets.
Yeah.
There's the general government budget,
Exactly.
and then there's the education budget.
right.
So last night was the initial budget
First one.
budget meeting for
The school.
the Board of Education, right?
Yeah.
From what I understand, there were 4 residents that
Yep.
showed up. So to me, that's like, that doesn't show a lot of dissension for, you know what I mean? Because
Well,
to your
yeah,
point, you would
yeah.
think that more people would be vigilant in looking at these to see where stuff can be cut or whatever, but they're not.
Yeah. I just think it's too early. I think people will come out when the final budgets come out. Then they'll have an opportunity, because what they're talking about now, there could be stuff added, stuff taken out.
Yeah.
So I think people are just waiting to see, so they vote for both budgets to vote separate, right? You vote
Yeah.
on both. So I don't know. It's
Because the town budget could go and the
Yeah.
education budget could
Could
not,
go
or
up.
vice
Yeah.
versa.
yeah. Right now, nobody really knows what the total increase is. So I think you just got
Between both budgets.
both budgets. So you got to give them. I mean, it may fly. I don't know, but just based on how people felt about the increase due to the field, people
Yeah.
were not happy with taxes going up. So I would think they would be watching both budgets to see where they go. If there's
True,
I mean,
true.
there's going to be an increase. I don't care what you said, because even your own home budget is going up as a result of inflation.
But then you get rookies like me,
Yeah.
right? That's still, learning a lot. I just became a homeowner this year or last year, and, in the town for the first time. And I guess, even though I guess I'm paying more attention
Yeah.
than I had been before, I always paid attention, because we wanted to report the information as much, as we could to the best
Yeah.
of our ability,
Yeah.
and invite guests in that can give us that information. Like before, it was Scott Davis. He was always very, very
Yeah.
eager to come in and,
Sure.
and talk when he was the Board of Finance chair.
Yeah.
Alex Greslak was awesome.
Yeah.
He came in and said, "Okay, yeah, I'll come in," and he came in and he was very
Yeah.
open and transparent.
Yeah.
With his
He
information.
should probably come back when the budgets are
Right.
pretty close to being finalized, and let other people know, because that way people have an idea of where it is. When you get 25 or 30 pages of the friggin' budget, who the hell's going to go through all that paperwork? So,
Sure.
So-
Sure.
yeah. So,
But I think that it's just the fact that, there's that transparency there.
yeah.
That's awesome. So
And a lot of times, people who have a mortgage really don't see that impact immediately, because if the taxes go up in July, it's already built into your mortgage payment. But what's going to happen is you're going to get a notice from the bank and say, look, there's an increase coming because of the increase
Yeah.
in taxes. You don't have enough money to cover for next year. So that's when it's going to hit you. When if you're paying a substantial amount for a mortgage payment, $1,500 and then it's going to go up to $1,700.
So let's look at the flip side of it, where it's like, why weren't people there? Well, maybe people aren't paying attention yet because it is too early.
Yeah.
It is very, very early.
Yeah.
So there was, and I noticed on the agenda too, there was an open forum that people could have, asked questions, about the budget. It's on the Board of Education's website. It's there.
Yeah.
I was looking at it this morning too, so the information is actually there.
Mm-hmm.
It always is, by the way, just so you know. And I'm not trying to kiss ass or anything. It's actually there. It's the folks that say, no, I don't know.
Yeah.
Well, it is there. I'm here to tell you the information is there.
Mm-hmm.
But I do think it is early.
Yeah.
For people to be reactionary.
Right. It's when they start to hear, oh, it's going to go up 4%. This is going to go up 5%, whatever.
Yeah.
People are going to, the biggest key that people are going to be interested, how much is my taxes going to go up? How much money do I have to pay?
Well, isn't that really?
That's going to be
the main
key.
question.
That's key. Well, it goes up 3 mils, goes up a half a mil, goes up this mil. People care about mils. They want to know
Dollars.
What's the dollar amount?
Okay.
How
much is it going to affect my home that's valued at $200,000?
Well, I hate to tell you, but the home ain't valued at $200,000 anymore.
It still hasn't dropped yet.
Yeah, a lot of home values have dropped. So,
well, if that's the case, and some homes are still selling, prices aren't dropping.
Are they selling?
Yes.
I'll be
they are.
interested. I don't know.
Come on. Where are you getting the information that they are not selling?
Well, nationally,
Serious.
I don't know.
Well, that's
I
what
thought
I
I
mean. You're
saw
making
it.
a statement. So.
I mean, I thought I saw something that the home values were going down. Same way with the used car values. Same everything else is going down,
Mhm.
and people aren't buying because of the cost of the interest cost.
Okay.
That is what's killing it. It's not necessarily mean that everybody's not doing it. It just means that they're not selling as many homes as they were originally. I mean, interest rates go up. Guess what? That's more money you're paying per month. I mean, you noticed it when you went through yours. Because the interest rates went up, you ended up paying more than what you originally wanted to pay.
So here's to your point. In January 2023,
Yeah.
43.1% of homes in Connecticut sold below list price. Down below. Down 3.9 points.
There you go.
Okay.
Yeah.
There were only 15.7% of homes that had price drops, up from 10% of homes in January last year. There was a 99.9% sale to list price points year over year. So it's kind of the same.
Yeah. I think the day
It's flat.
I think the day of we were a year ago where people were bidding and paying over the amount of money, people were getting substantial amounts of money over the asking price are gone.
So the prediction let's see, while home prices in most major metropolitan areas in Connecticut, because there really aren't major metropolitan
No,
areas
we're
in
not.
Connecticut,
Definitely not here.
they're predicted to go up in 2023. Prices in the Bridgeport metropolitan statistical area are expected to see a significant decline. So I guess it depends on where you are. That's according to Zillow.
Yeah.
I think really the best place to take this is to talk to a realtor. Talk to a realtor who's out there, every single day, dealing, with these issues.
Yeah.
We can sit here and, we can read reports and what people think, but maybe we should talk to a realtor and ask them, has there been, a big fluctuation, from 2022 to 2023?
Well, if it's anything, it's people probably wanting to get the hell out of Connecticut, to do anything to get the hell out of here. A lot of people are moving, down to Florida. A lot of elderly people are just selling their homes and getting the hell out of here.
So what do you think? What do you expect And and I just flipped back to the show page.
Yeah.
And there's a real estate agent right
Oh,
there.
really?
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
Mary Beth, she goes, the real estate market is still good, but there's a lack of inventory for sale. I just wrote an offer last night over 20K. And the home was listed at 425 and wrote it at 445.
So those are high priced homes.
The higher end homes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's the higher end homes,
Okay.
which are not that many around here.
Well, she just said the real estate market is still good, but there's a lack of inventory, which they had, I believe, last year. It was last year as well. They started. It's like, I mean, Melissa and I have a friend that had cash in hand to purchase a house, cash, and they couldn't find anything. They literally couldn't find anything, and they found one, and it was kind of like wasn't their dream home, but it was something.
Yeah.
But it got
Well,
sold
I think
right out.
I think what happened is because due to the pandemic, a lot of people were selling and moving out of the city, moving into the rural areas. So a lot of the homes got sold that were going to sell. They're all gone, and now the people that are left don't want to sell. So that's probably what happened because people sucked them all up. But I don't know. I don't think there's any. If there's any $425,000 homes around Grizzle, there may be some, but it's not. It's not the norm.
Out in the Chog.
Not the norm.
Oh no, on my street.
No.
Yeah, there's not $500,000 houses now.
A couple hundred.
Yeah,
grand, maybe. Yeah, not a $500,000 home.
No, mine was appraised at like 220.
Yeah. So there you go.
Which I expect to go down.
Yeah.
And it's the thing I just read.
Well, I guess
it was like 10% over the next 2 years.
What's killing it is when people are looking for homes and they're looking in Grizzle, they're looking for the interest rates.
So Laura says new homes aren't being built fast enough. People are waiting for current homeowners to sell. Mary Beth, can you comment on that? Because there's just not enough inventory. So I guess if you're not building them fast enough, there's still not enough inventory.
Well,
right?
they probably weren't building them because the price of materials were up. Don't forget there was a lack of getting materials. How long did it take you to get a goddamn 2x4 for Christ's sakes?
So they're saying rates are going to normalize and buyers will increasingly recalculate their financial position. And they're saying that house prices were expected a 10% decline over the next 2 years, taking them back to where they were mid 2021.
Well, keep in mind, this is not the first time we've gone through this. Housing market is going up and it goes down. It goes up and it goes down.
Right.
We just came up. We're up on the high point. Now we're on the slope going down again.
So do you think that house prices go up based on economic situation in a town or need and desire to live somewhere less chaotic?
Well, let's look at the last one. My home, why they went up, was people looking for a need to get the hell out of Dodge, right?
Yeah,
I mean that's why it was the people were leaving some of the big cities to get into the rural areas. It was a want to get out.
Sure.
I don't think that was a need. I think it's just a want.
Okay.
Well, I don't know. I mean, what will the next one be? I don't know. Maybe those people that bought those homes now are going to sell them and go back to the city. I don't know. Once you live in the city, you're so used to living in the city. When you move to the rural areas, do you like that kind of living? If you don't, you're going back to the city. But I think a lot of people are afraid to live in the city. I mean, right now, let's face it, the big cities are not the place to live. I mean, there's crime, there's everything going on.
So Mary Beth says the new construction takes a long time to build and to go through the process. The cost to build is extremely high, but buyers love new construction.
Of course.
Makes sense.
Yeah, because they like that open feel. A lot of the older homes.
Or it's no one's lived here before except for me.
Yeah, and plus a lot of the older houses don't have that. They have that. You don't have that wide open space because they weren't built for that. Unless you do a major renovation to open it up, but a lot of people can't afford to do that. And I think this is the price of materials.
Do you think that, for example, now it doesn't matter because how you answer it at this point now, because it's different than maybe 6 months ago, because the multi-purpose field is coming. It's going to be here, and we will all rejoice, Paul, and you too, when we can all go to a football game Don't throw your coffee at me.
I'm not throwing it.
Do you think people would make a buying decision based on that?
No. No.
Okay.
No. No. People aren't going to come here because of sports. It's a narrow group of people. It's just a small selection of people that would come for football.
You got football in the brain.
Nah. No.
Maybe it's just no. I didn't mean it like that.
Yeah.
Like people are going to come just for sports. Or do you think they would come because the town's more progressive than it has been in decades?
It's going to have to show. I mean, right now, this town is not showing any progressive at all.
Well, it is just
Just not. It's
if you're only gauging that on what businesses are coming in. Yes, you're right. But are they doing other things? They're trying. But I think maybe you have to do these other things to get these businesses to come in.
Like I said before, for a town to depend on the school to support us is ridiculous. Schools don't support towns. Towns support schools. And for them to depend on the school
Well, I don't
getting
think
money.
they are depending on it.
Well, that money's coming into their budget and they're using it.
Right. But I'm saying I don't think they depend. They're not depending on that, or the town's not depending, on the school to take care of whatever needs that they have. I don't think that.
Well,
still
they're
looking
not
at a
all of
taxpayer.
it, but they're using that money.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
They're using the money.
Right.
Well,
Well, they should, right? I mean, it should be used for the town, right? Or for the school or whatever.
it should kind of like if the
It's
school,
revenue.
if there's revenue coming in for the school, then it should be turned around and it'd be part of the school's budget. In other words, put that money back into the school and don't take it out of the town budget. You know what I'm saying? Like self-supporting.
Okay, so you're suggesting maybe that the school budget should be not just an expenditure budget.
Well, they make money.
Well, what I'm saying is that the budget is an expenditure budget, right?
Yeah,
So it's a line item on the town's budget.
correct.
That's what it comes down to.
But there's also a credit side where they got money coming in.
No, I know that, but that money all gets credited to a line item on the town budget.
Right, which ultimately
There's no income on the Board of Education.
No, but that
proposal.
money should go back as from the town budget back into the school as a result of decreasing the need and dependency on the residents.
Right. So
Which I think it does. I hope it does.
So do you think? So are you saying that the town budget is over here and the school budget's over here, and they should be self-supporting?
No,
All right. So you
no, I'm not saying that.
so you agree that whatever money comes in from the Board of Education goes to the town's line item.
Right. And then that money ultimately gets turned back into the school budget because it reduces the dependency on the town to support the school because that money it's just money being flipped.
I think
around.
you're robbing Peter to pay Paul there, because if you do that and you're swapping dollars, you could have the town budget come down and the school budget go up a little bit. But if the dollars stay over here, it's just going to balance itself out.
If the dollars are coming in from the school and they're going into a town fund, and the school is supported by money that comes out of the town fund, then ultimately the money that came from the school is really going back to the school. Maybe not all of it, but it's going back to the school. There's some money because it's just money in a pot.
I know.
So
we're just we're
saying it. Yeah, we're just saying it.
What we're doing is we're just kind of arguing where's the pot.
Correct.
Is it on the education side or is it on the town side?
You're right.
Doesn't matter.
But is the school providing more money than what they're getting back out of the town? I don't know. Now, my guess is why is the town? I'm sure the town uses some of that school money. The town should be supporting itself, but we don't have anything that supports us. All we have is residents.
Scott says it's not that money. Laughing emoji.
It's not whose money.
It's not that much.
No, I didn't think it would be that much, but I would think that money comes in and ultimately gets turned back to the school as part of their increase or whatever the hell they want. So, yeah.
So, well, anyway, the initial education budget proposal was last night.
Yeah.
4 people showed up.
I just think it's too early.
I still think it was. I still think, listening to some of the comments from people downtown at Board of Selectmen meetings,
Yeah.
that were
Yeah.
completely against, some of the things that you think they would have shown up, but they don't. And they'll wait till the last minute.
Well, I think you're right. I think once things get more finalized, then I think you'll be fine. People will start looking into it. It has the whole. I don't even think the whole item line budget's actually out on the town website yet.
Mary Beth says not all of the tuition money is credited to the education budget.
So the town does keep some.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Here's a comment from Liz Marie. Good morning, Liz Marie. Because it's sad that people in their towns are not showing up to these meetings, school boards, town, etc. People need to show up and participate and know what's going on. Come on, people. In caps, show up.
Yeah, well,
we've been singing that song for how long?
Yeah,
you're right. I agree with you 100%.
Yeah, I think if they start putting them up on Facebook and YouTube, that I think a lot of people will watch them.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Well, it can't hurt.
Yeah,
I mean,
it
I think
won't hurt.
Yeah. No,
Yeah.
I'm glad they are finally doing that because you're going to reach people.
Yeah,
that
I'd
you
be interested to
never
see
reached before. So
if there's a line item in the town budget that talks about streaming cameras.
what's that?
I'd be interested to see if there's a line item in the school, in the town budget, that allows them to purchase cameras for that for streaming.
The Board of Ed?
No, not the Board of Ed, the town.
They already have cameras. They bought the PTZ camera. You see them streamed.
But who owns those?
The town.
So how come they're only streaming the selectmen's meeting?
Because there's a nice little battle between the town and the borough.
I'm not talking about the borough.
Can I borrow this? No.
No, I'm talking about what I thought that the reason why the selectmen's meetings were being streamed was because they were owned by the selectmen. She owned them. That the town didn't have any.
No.
And they're so strictly on her computer.
From what I understood, it was her computer, the first selectman's computer, but the camera belonged to the town.
So why aren't we using them?
That's a really good question, and I don't know. And the only thing that I had heard through the grapevine, not by any particular person, is that they said, no, it can't be used because it only works on this computer.
Well, that's a crock.
Well, we know this.
Since when do cameras only work on one computer? Unless it's a licensing thing. I don't know. Is there a licensing thing where you buy software that's good for one computer?
No.
I don't know, because we all know sometimes that's the way it works. Well,
you're using Zoom.
Then that's free. Pretty much.
There's an account that's free.
Oh,
but if they're going to stream
you pay
over a certain amount,
okay.
Yeah, there is, but it's not one of those things where it's one computer. Like they don't even do that for like internet subscriptions, like TV subscriptions.
Yeah,
they'll say you can have 2 or 3 TV streaming at the same time.
Yes, you
but
can.
they're not locking down your IP address.
Gotcha.
Because people are doing it on their phones too. So you could be in San Francisco and watching YouTube TV on your account.
Yeah,
it's a totally different IP address.
Yeah, you're right.
So
so using on one computer, that's a crock. If we own those,
that is correct.
If we use those cameras, then we better start using them because they belong to the town. They don't belong to one individual.
Yes.
So why aren't we just doing? So maybe when these finance board starts meeting, they'll set it up so people can see it.
Well, the Board of Ed does their own thing.
Well, I'm not talking about the Board of Ed. I'm talking about the finance board.
The finance board did stream the last meeting.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, I don't know if they're streaming all of them, but I did see the last meeting because I saw Alex on it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
So I don't know what, but I did hear what you're saying.
But it was on her computer.
Okay.
It was because her name kept popping up and she wasn't even there. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, all right.
Which is not right. If those cameras belong to the town, then they should be available on any ones. Does the town have a laptop?
Don't know. Don't know, Bob.
Is there a town laptop?
Don't know, Bob.
If it's a town laptop, then it should be used across multiple town meetings.
You
Not
would
just
think.
not one individual. They belong to the town.
Right.
One person doesn't own it.
But you know what? Until you or I see a receipt
We don't know.
on that camera,
Yeah,
we don't know.
We don't know.
There could be there's all kinds of speculation.
Yeah.
But I did hear that at one point that somebody, and I don't know who that somebody is, said that it'll only work on that one computer, which is Boulder Dash.
That's news to me where a camera only works on one specific.
Why the hell would I want to buy a camera if it only worked on one computer? If I got multiple computers, I want that thing to work on all of them.
Yeah.
Take that shit back.
Yeah. No, that's true.
Get a refund.
I think it has to do, maybe it's the streaming service. I don't know maybe you only have to have one.
Well, you know, Mrs. Customer, if you go ahead and buy this, it's only going to work on one computer. But what a great deal that is for you and your town. At least that's what you can tell everybody.
If you're going to buy a license, you just buy it.
And I'm not saying that's her. I'm just saying.
I know, but if you're going to buy a license, you buy it for multiples, unnumbered.
That's right.
And you can do that. So,
I'd like to have two. And, you know, if you buy, this is how we sell two cameras, folks.
Yeah, that's a quack.
Because you can only use them on one computer.
There should be a camera set up in the meeting rooms automatically so that you can stream it. That should be done. It should be done that way. So, but I mean, the way that thing works is pretty sharp because if somebody talks, the camera automatically goes to them, which is good. So, yeah. But, well, we'll see.
And then Daryl, of course, with his
He's the
with
computer
his
guy.
own with his own plug, throwing it in there, throwing it down. Hi, I'm Daryl Nadeau. Welcome. And I can make your computer and cameras healthy again. Yes. Where's the sound effect?
Yeah.
Where is it?
Poor Daryl.
Well,
Well, he would know.
Daryl said, I didn't say me. I was just speculating. Oh, I was just speculating. But really, maybe there is some sort of coup to get some phony plugs out there. Agent Nadeau, 714, JCPD.
Oh, well.
I don't know. No, that's Daryl Nadeau, though. From the Healthy Computer, School Street, Jewett City.
There you go.
It's Shameless Plug Tuesday. Congratulations, Daryl.
Poor Daryl.
You've done it again.
You better hope your computer doesn't break.
If my computer breaks, well, apparently I will not be allowed to call Daryl anymore. No.
You would have one camera hooked up, all right.
Rachel says, I have a TRS-80 Coco computer. Can he sorry it out? Whatever that means, Rachel. Rachel, you need sleep.
That'd be a Tandy.
Yeah, that's a Coco color computer.
Yeah.
Is it a Coco 2 or Coco 3?
Wow.
Oh. Maybe you can sort it out.
Maybe you can put it on Antiques Roadshow.
Today we learned basic.
Yeah.
Oh, it's a Coco 2. Whoa.
Oh,
That's really old then. That's got to be something that could be that's fit for museum.
Yeah.
I would think.
Yeah.
Really?
Smithsonian.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Daryl says, I can certainly recycle it. If you'd like to, I can recycle it into, well, probably the recycle bin. Yeah.
Yeah. You take it to the dump. They got a recycle spot.
Yeah. God. Let's see. I think the Coco 2 had 64K memory. And then the Coco 3, when it came out, had 128K. 128K.
Yeah.
Not terabytes, not megabytes, not kilobytes.
Yeah.
K.
I know. Unbelievable, huh? Now the sizes of them are gigantic.
And it was awesome because you could sit there and write programs and it saved, oh yes, to your cassette drive. Yeah.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
They originally were cassettes.
Yeah. And if you had a lot of money back then, you could go ahead and write programs to your 5 1/4 inch floppy drive. Yes. A 5 1/4 inch floppy drive.
And they were floppy. They were floppy until
Yeah, they were.
the 3. Then the
3.5 came out.
They were hard.
Huh?
They were
Yes.
hard. Yeah.
I mean, why have a floppy when you can have a hard drive, right?
They weren't a hard drive. They were just a hard disk.
Whoa, 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 whoa.
That's
This is what happens when you bring Paul in an extra day. He gets crazy.
BISK.
God, but we could play Minesweeper. I was addicted to that game. Oh, look, it's Kathy. Hey, Kathy. Oh, yeah.
What are you doing there?
I don't know. I can join the show this way, but I can't be on it today. No. No. Hey, is Rich coming in Thursday? Is Thursday a day for Rich? I can't keep up with that man. Well, then you should be here. The meeting just ended. The hell. That's right. Yeah, Rachel, you're keeping up with us, and a cassette drive. You are right. And some razzleberry dressing.
You like those sound effects, huh?
It's fun. I don't overuse them, you know. I just kind of play with them every so maybe once a week. I'll start throwing in sound effects. You know, this is my favorite. It is. Hey, how was breakfast?
Oh boy. At least it's coming out of that end.
Huh? Well, I can make that sound effect too, if you'd like.
No.
I can certainly do that. Yep.
Oh boy. Did you record that yourself?
Oh, you know what? Matter of fact, if you'd like to get that sound effect, I'll use your microphone. Yes, I will use your microphone to do it.
Thanks a lot.
Look at this.
Change this little rubber thing on here.
Thursday, it looks like it could be the return of Rich Wasilek.
Oh my God.
We're going to throw a parade.
You got to have a welcome home party.
Yeah.
Huh?
He'll be coming into the Burns Agency studios right here at Paragon at 70 Main Street, Jewett
Does
City.
he know where they are?
You know what? That's a good question.
Yeah. He hasn't been here so long. Does he know where it is?
We are.
His wife will have to take him down, show him where it is.
Oh, yeah, probably.
Yeah.
Oh, look at this. Daryl is ready for Rich to come back because what does he say? Rich's tagline, yes, giddy up.
Oh.
See, Rich, this is what happens when you're not around.
Yeah.
People memorialize you. Giddy up.
Giddy up.
Just when you think, it's funny because just when you think people aren't listening or watching, people are listening and watching.
Oh.
You know, so. All right. So now you're already putting constraints on us here. Great. He has a doctor's appointment in Essex at 11, so he'll have to be out of here by 10.
Oh, that's
Here we go.
Here we go.
Yeah, that's right. What's next? His own dressing room? What?
Makeup.
Green M&Ms
Oh,
or stuff like that?
He needs hair and makeup.
God. Well, if you make up one thing, but if you need somebody to come do his hair, he's going to have to bring in a toupee because he's not only the hair club president, he's also a client. Yes.
I know. I would probably, you'd probably have to do an extra half an hour on the makeup.
The poster boy for alopecia, it is Rich Wasilek. Thank you, Rich. Welcome on in Thursday. Yeah. You picked on poor Rich enough. You're just excited to have him back.
Yeah. I know. He probably forgot what this place looked like.
Oh, I think he's only been here once or twice.
Yeah. He'd probably go downstairs. Wrong room.
I think Rich did a show here once. I think
I
it was
don't know.
one show.
I don't know.
But I know that when he was regularly coming in before, his surgery, it was at the other place.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. Well, his wife can draw.
but I'm giddy. I'm
She can
glad
draw.
he's
She can
coming
draw him a
back.
map. She can draw him a map. Yeah.
Yeah, so
Well, she
it'll be
could come
cool.
with him. You have a duel. Dual Wasleks. How's that?
I don't know. That's a totally different movie. Casting Couch 9, W is for winner.
Oh boy.
I'd be like, no, I don't want to see that. They're my friends. I don't want to see that.
Oh boy. I don't know what to tell you.
Boy, we sure went right off the Thelma and Louise cliff today, haven't we?
I guess so.
Mm.
Went around, show about nothing.
It's really what it is
It's
every
true.
single day.
Every day it's a show about nothing.
Well, we touch on subjects.
Yeah.
We try to get people to go ahead and participate and tell us what they
Yeah.
want us to cover. Because, if you don't tell us what you want us to cover, well, this is what you get.
Yeah. Yeah. I saw something that was interesting.
What's that? Oh,
Do you know what the deadliest highway in America is? And it goes through New England. Do you know what it is? I'm sure you've driven on it.
I don't know.
95.
Is it really? I was waiting for a dad joke.
No, not that joke.
Yeah.
15 people die per mile.
Kathy just said I-95.
Yeah. 95.
See, now that's not really a hard question to answer because I thought you were literally going to hit me with a dad joke.
No, I was being serious.
Oh.
I wanted the subject. I thought that would be interesting. I didn't realize that I would have thought 91, but 91 doesn't go through, or 84, but that doesn't go through multiple states.
91?
Yeah,
Sure it does. Goes through Massachusetts.
but that's as far as it goes. It doesn't go through multiple.
It goes through Vermont. Doesn't it, New Hampshire?
It goes up no, it doesn't go to New Hampshire. It goes up into Vermont, I think.
I thought
Or it
91
takes it-
went right to Canada.
No, I don't think so. No.
Sure
No.
about that?
No, I don't think so.
I mean, 95 goes down to the Florida Keys.
95 goes through Maine,
New Hampshire is 93.
Rhode
Kathy
Island,
says.
Connecticut, New York, Philly, Baltimore, Washington, D.C., Miami, Florida.
Which one? 90 what?
95.
Yeah. Well, 95 goes, like I said, down. It will go all the way
So-
down to the Keys.
The statistics say that 15 people die per 100 miles on 95.
Every year?
Yep. Which is substantial. You think about it.
Sure. Oh, yeah.
I mean, the last ones I heard were driving wrong way.
most of them.
The wrong way drivers on 95.
I have that's for quite a while. Every day I was getting a press release from state police
Yeah.
from a wrong way driver.
Yeah.
it was like an epidemic.
Oh yeah.
It's like, and I talked to a couple of troopers and I said, "Is this a thing? I mean, is this like a challenge thing, a death wish thing? What is this?"
Yeah.
And a couple of them just say it happens more than you think.
They're trying to do something. Either put lights up. They're doing the legislature's trying to come up with something to prevent people driving the wrong way, at least getting on the exits. If you get down, I think one of the worst places that you can get on the wrong way, get down to Arkham.
I was just gonna say the old exit 83.
Get down to Arkham.
That's a difficult one. It is.
And their entries and exits are on the same. They're both parallel one another. And
Yeah.
and if you're, if you,
You're talking about the on ramp to go north,
yep,
because the south where people exit from is right next to it,
exactly,
and it looks exactly the same.
exactly.
Yeah.
So if you're under the influence, it's very possible. If it's a dark night, a rainy night, whatever, you could get on the wrong way very
Yeah.
easily. I mean, there's a couple signs that say wrong way, but that is one that would be scary.
Yep.
Where people could go the wrong way.
Without being plowed,
But yeah,
being plastered in.
yeah.
Yeah, you're right. I agree with you.
Yeah.
It's funny when you said that because I
Yeah.
thought that exact same place.
Yeah. So, I don't know why they don't, I would think that, how in
Another one's in Montville.
commuter parking lots where if you try to get out of the parking spot without paying, that you're going to knock your tires off. They have those things that pop up and kill
Mhm.
your tires. I was thinking that if they put some of those there, if you went the wrong way, you got on the wrong lane, not directly on it, but if you got up to a certain spot on the exit, those things would pop up. And guess what?
Yeah, but how's that gonna differentiate between someone getting off and someone getting on?
No, it would be only if you're going the wrong way. They wouldn't pop up if you're going the right way. If you're going the wrong way,
But how would you differentiate that?
I don't know.
That's the thing.
They do it in parking garages where you try to get out
Yeah.
through the entrance. It blows your tires out. You can't get out. So I don't know. That would be that. If you're getting on the wrong way, baby, you're going to lose 4 tires. Simple as that. That would stop them.
Stop sticks.
Similar.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. So, but
Yeah, well. All right. Well, Paul, thank you for giving us some bonus lash today.
okay.
Okay. Paul says, okay.
Do I look pretty?
Oh, yeah.
I was going to wear my dress and put on my wig.
And go ahead and do your disco dance lessons that you learned from 1972.
Yeah.
73. What year was it, really?
What was that? What?
What year were you doing disco dance lessons? Was it 75?
Well, whenever the Staying Alive movie came out.
Hmm?
What year was that?
75, 76.
Yeah, that's when disco became popular, is when I was doing it.
That's when you're doing it.
Yeah. Yeah.
You didn't answer though. Would you go back and do it all over again?
No, I don't think so.
No.
No.
Okay.
No.
All right. We'll see you tomorrow.
Okay.
You'll
Oh,
be
that's
back.
right. Tomorrow's Wednesday.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it's bonus lash week, man.
Okay, there you go.
So we'll see you tomorrow, and then it looks like we got Rich on Friday,
Yeah.
Thursday.
Thursday.
So giddy up.
Yeah.
Have a good day, everyone.
Life's been tough, and it's even tougher than ever to find a good therapist. But these days, all you hear is, "Sorry, we aren't accepting new patients." Next time, reach out to Life's Journey Counseling Services. They're located on Main Street, right in the middle of Jewett City, and they are accepting new patients right now. Individual, couples, family, and group counseling are all